Welcome back to the channel, guys. I know I haven't been putting up much content lately. In the video department, it's all mainly been streams. The reasoning for that is I've been extremely busy when I have playtime, trying to stay in the lead of this event. Um, Second and third place have not backed off, so I continue to grind it out. So far, I think we have around a 95% win rate. My defense is doing horrible. I do switch my defense around sometimes to other tanky monsters, just trying to basically make it take a long time to beat. Currently, there is a challenge going on where if you're free to play, you can get this monster masher for, I think it's 1,818 gems. How that works is you do the whole island all the way through, get the second relic, and then it starts over, and then you go to just the 30 cells, and that gives you two sets of 50. The same way Vanos was, but it's just so steep of a bill for me to spend 1,800 gems on a monster. I don't think that monsters are usually worth that much. Like, I know I do spend that much in a race on a monster, but that's more of like spending to help your team too, like spending to be a part of a team. So yeah, I'm not really interested in Monster Masher that much, just like I wasn't interested in Vanos that much. But I figured I'd just give you guys a taste of what I've been doing. So the events that are going on are not very interesting to me. We did have an incredibly insane Monster Woods video ads for 12 hours where you could get diamond relics. I did get over 50 diamond relics. I used 8 of those relics that I had duplicates of. I had a lot of Watts mass and stuff, and finally crafted the tenacity shield that I needed for Nemesis Survival Dungeon. Well, not that I needed it, but just so that I'd have closer to what I consider, the best gear for the Nemesis Survival Dungeon. And then I crafted a second Morg's armor, but I haven't started to level it up yet for my Bombetta and the Gauntlet. I did pull 2 Wang's shields, which was worth noting. I did pull masks that can drain. I did get Mortani's amulets that I don't really need. A lot of rotten traps that I don't really need. Pump seat staffs that I do need. But at the same time, that's probably more for making permanent baits than anything. And then I did get some Witch Cat banners. So basically, I have everything that I could ask for and then some in the relic department. People are always asking, do you think they're going to come out with a new tier of relics since they gave out so many relics for free? No, I don't really think so. I think that nothing changed since before the relic event as it is after the relic event. I myself am still in the same predicament, and that is I could craft any relic that I wanted that's craftable, and I don't have enough food to level up any relics. So that's where I'm at. Same place I was before I got a bunch of extra relics. I did complete a task and get more gems. I only have 20 million food, and I just farmed away all of my gold to get that 20 mil food over the past couple of days. So without further ado, I'll do some PvPs to show you what it's been like in here, and then I'm going to get out of here. I am trying to get the PvP monster to rank 4. I know I told you guys that I was going to level up the Paparoo for the Gauntlet. Well, I think I changed my mind. I'm going to go with I'm calling him Lettuce, and I'm going to go for the Lettuce to use in my node 40 through 50 Gauntlet team to reduce alts. We'll probably switch between Uriel Essence and Moonhaze Essence. I'm not sure yet. And then I was probably switching for Black Feather in the later nodes. But basically, this is the same team that I've been using for the whole entire season. I used it last season to finish 4th place, and I'm planning to use it for this event because it gets me fast wins, and it's a lot about speed. You have to be able to win the battles as fast as you can. It's not about like it's not about anything else other than how many battles you win. So like losing battles doesn't subtract points from your score and things like that. So it's probably easier for people who intentionally drop ranks, go down to like the bottom of legend, and then just auto a bunch of wins and then drop ranks again on purpose That would be what I would guess makes the easiest for this challenge, but I myself have just been doing my best to try and beat as many opponents as I can. I have not done any revenges at all since the season started. So if you've been attacked by me, know that I was given you as an opponent. I've just been fighting whoever they give me. And I plan to do that for the whole rest of this event. I'm hoping that this event's going to allow me to get enough cells to rank for the PvP monster. That would be pretty sweet. But I'm just going to have to wait and see. Let's see. Well, basically, there's a lot of hardies in the meta, but I have my skills set up to where the hardy teams aren't such a problem. For 3 days, I was doing certain fights a certain way, and then it was like the AI just decided to switch up on me and start using different moves, or those players have put different moves on their monsters. But either way, like Hardy now has started doing like some super hard curse hit, which doesn't kill my monsters but leaves them like alive and barely on any health. Beating a team like this, we basically manipulate the AI. If you leave that torture immunity on Kodama and you don't take it off, Tabora will never Nur. It's like a 95 or 98% chance that Tabora will not Nur. If you were to remove that or do other things besides just Total Blind Kodama, then she would Nur, which allows me to go straight into trait disable into baby and then basically just dominate the fight from there. Whereas if Tabor would Nur that, we would have a much more challenging fight on our hands. Not that we would lose, but it would be more challenging. I'll CDA the Nur. A lot of times that's what I do is I just go after CDAing the Nur so that way my Vampira can do her thing. If I had to explain my team, I would say Tabora is my support, Vampira is my attacker, and Linworm is my denier. And that's basically the structure of the team. But sometimes Tabora doubles in as an attacker, and sometimes Vampira doubles in as a denier. So like the team, it works pretty good. It synchronizes pretty good. Sometimes you'll even see I can do cool things like turn transfer to Vampira and gain stamina from the attune, which stuff like that is really cool and neat, which does basically play into just extra value. There are a lot of other teams you could do, but basically the core of PvP at the moment, trying to deal with the Hardy meta and the Vampire meta, is Vampira into Tabora is the best thing to be doing in my opinion. You could run a third of whatever you want. I would say you should prefer a denier, but since I prefer a denier, I went with the fastest denier that I own, which is Linworm. Before Linworm, I was using Kodama, but Kodama is nowhere near as fast as Linworm, and it also doesn't deny as well as Linworm. Like, Baby is so much better than CDA, but you do have to get the traits down a lot of times to be able to Baby. Nodes like this, I usually go after Vampira more so than I do a CDA. My team can function on CDA the way it's set up. I have a 0 cooldown on Tabora. I don't have 0 cooldown moves on Vampira. Linworm is immune to cooldowns, and then he has revert, so he can always revert on Vampira, allowing you to basically play around cooldown immunities. So basically the team is solid versus CDA, so like CDA is not as much of a threat. It's also pretty solid versus the blind since 66% of the team has true vision. And then threats like Hardy does not actually have Harden, so Baby always lands on him, which is extremely powerful. So that's another reason why we go with Lind. And basically every time I can, I try to hit the auto button. Out of my 5% of losses, a lot of those losses would be from alts. They would be from me hitting the auto button and then the AI just basically costing me to lose a fight that I should have won, but since I was lazy and hit the auto button, it made stupid choices and caused me to lose the fight. Um, Bases like this are pretty hard when they go before you, but at the same time, usually I can just map out a game plan here, like CDAing Bombetta with, or what's her face chuckle, but I think this base usually gives me some trouble because of the Bombetta being perfectly aligned to go before Vampira by like I don't even know how much speed here. What 60 speed, 30 speed? If yeah, like if Bombetta was 60 less speed or 50 less speed, this wouldn't even happen. Meaning like literally 45 more speed on Bombetta, and this would not happen. So it's super annoying. Uh, I've lost to this team a few times. Alright, so trait disable is bugged on Tabora and it will never miss even if you're total blind. So I think I'm just going to trait disable into beating up Chucklemuckle. And then revert on my Vampira to deny their Vampira. Decisions. Linworm has not done his baby yet. Alright, so as is, Vampire is dead. I'm gonna go ahead and get a heal out of it. Alright, so here I still have 17k points of dark damage coming, but I will be able to gain some stamina from the attune trigger. And now Bombetta is all out. I will pass turn to be able to total blind him. And that is basically the hardest fight besides all strength Hardy behind Megataunt with Linworm. Linworm on defense is like the number one thing I don't like to see because he's too random. He can do random stuff like turn transfer or baby you. Currently, we're high up in the leaderboards, but I do fall down a lot because of I'm not managing revenges or point managing in any way. I am just fighting whoever the game gives me, constantly trying to score points for the challenge that is going on. So that's what's going on my channel, guys. And sorry I haven't been making that much video content. It's all been streams, whether it be the gauntlet or it be the PvP. I will show you how I am doing. On my dust, I do have a ton of amber, and I do have a ton of stardust, and I do have a ton of gems, and I'm working on my book pages. I have all the monsters rank 1, I believe, that I've been given for this era. Let's see. Yes, we have them ranked 0, and then the only ones we don't have ranked 1 is the past monster, because I'm waiting to get the egg, and then the Frat Monster because he's still crafting, and then the same as Lupo is in the ranker now, and then I will spend dust to rank the past monster, and I have the cells to rank the Frat Monster. And we just got Calametics, so we're waiting on the hatch or the crafter to be empty so that I can craft that monster. So my goal is to get book page 2 rewards again, like always. So anyway, guys, thanks to everyone who's been watching the channel, and I'll see you later.